what do you think is coming up for your characters this season?
Well, now we
just
know.
got the list.
This. Just read it.
Yes.
Yeah, actually, this is the most informed
We've ever been
in the 7 years that we've been doing this.
We're glad we could come today.
Thank you very much. We never know. We come here, first script we read, we know that storyline. Then next Tuesday, we know the next one. We never know until literally right now. I've got an idea of the season.
It's a
which is nice.
groundbreaking moment.
Yeah,
for
it
us.
is. This is big. This is big. So I can tell you that Jeff accidentally gets high and he thinks he's having a heart attack. That's one episode.
And I'm really excited about having a sex dream about Russell.
Oh, wow.
Not a stretch. She likes David.
He's a likable guy.
He's a likable guy.
But in that way.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, he's just jealous. He wants me to feel the same way about him and doesn't understand it.
She's had a crush on me since Dawson's Creek.
Yes, that is true.
See, he knows.
But actually, so it's kind of interesting because you guys come in, you don't really know what's going to happen, which is like life. You don't always know like what's going to happen, but you know your characters. So how do you approach your characters differently now compared to day one?
You know, a lot of your characters actually dictated by the writers. You know, I started as one thing, and now I'm sort of ending as another. There's been an evolution, I guess, like life. You know.
But I think your characters had the biggest evolution out of anybody.
Right. I sort of started as glasses half full, sort of, you know, look at the positive side of things to, you know, borderline moron, you know. And then I went from borderline moron to borderline moron who thinks that he's right about everything, you know, which has been a lot of fun for me. In the last 2-3 years, it's been great. They've sort of found a nice voice for me, a nice character for me, and it all has worked out. Now, Bianca, why don't you explain your character? Do you have one?
No. Jen is basically just a pissed off version of me, essentially.
True.
No, but I think, you know, I definitely think that as Adam has evolved, you know, Jen, I mean, there's so many times where I feel like people ask, like, why are these two together? And we often ask that question as well.
More like, what is she doing with him?
But I do think that
But
maybe
I'm cool.
you are cool, and I also think that you're probably the first guy that hasn't really called her on her shit. Like, I think that you just allow her to do her thing, and I think Jen also thinks that she knows everything, and so they just allow themselves to exist in their blissful states of ignorance.
But we've really narrowed it down to one thing, which can't really be said on camera. But I'll just say that it's got to be because I'm a great lover. That's pretty much probably the only reason.
It's implied.
Yeah.
Right.
That's
Right.
what it is.
Yeah.
But you're getting some competition from Russell, apparently.
That's
Oh,
right.
yes.
Well, that's in real life.
It's just translated. But again, back to the whole theme of day one. If you could sort of step back in time and talk to yourself before you started the series, what advice would you give yourself?
Jesus.
I think for me personally, it would be to not have so much anxiety or stress about like what's going to happen with the show, because I feel like every year we're like, what is it? Are we going to come back? Are we going to, you know, and it just works out the way that it works out. And I think if maybe just to have enjoyed the process a little bit more and not been as stressed out as probably for me.
Well, I guess. I mean, we're hardly stressed, though. This is pretty easy.
No, but I mean, just like
Stressing
waiting.
over whether or not we're going to get picked up.
We're going to get
or
picked
not.
up and like thinking like, are we going to do well every time we come back? And, you know, I think.
I just tell, if I had to go back, I'd just tell myself to be a better actor.
That's it?
That's it. I
Nothing.
can take season 7 and go
I
back
would
and tell
tell-
my like, Oliver,
how about
you got to
we
be
do-
better than what you are because you pretty much suck.
How about we would do what advice we would tell each other?
Oh my God.
Because I would tell you not to look to the left when you don't know your lines.
I probably still do that.
Why the left?
Yeah, when I don't know a line, I sort of look to it concentrates me. It focuses me on what my next
So
line
you'll
might
see
be.
his eyes just go like this. What about me?
Oh God. I don't know. You had some really bad like hair and makeup moments
I've had like
and wardrobe. The
wardrobe
wardrobe for the first
season
season was
awful.
insane. We will look back at some of your wardrobe. It's crazy. But at the same time, it's on her. She has approval. She could easily say this does not look good.
That's not fair. That's not
She
fair.
looked in the mirror and was like, "Yeah, all right. I feel it. I feel it right now. I feel good. I look good." And decided to go be seen by 11 million
I didn't
people
want to
in
be a
those
diva.
outfits.
I just figured it was my first big series. I was just going to be the one that everybody liked on set. I was going to know people's names.
That's
I was
good.
going to show them respect in that regard. Did you do that?
Yeah, I knew everyone's name, but people left. You know.
You didn't know. That's a complete BS.
Now people left this year, so I got to relearn a lot of names.
No.
Any guest stars you would like to get?
She wants Richard Simmons.
I met Richard Simmons on a flight from LA to Boston, and we became besties. And I want him on the show. I think he's hilarious.
Not really.
No.
No. I mean, they've been the writers and have been sort of petitioning to get a family member of some sort on the show, and I've tried, but they hate me.
No, they probably have other things to do, but
They're too big
No,
for me.
I think they don't love you. I really
It's possible.
my family would have come on the show. I'm just saying.
I'm sorry. You want a tissue? You want a second?
Barbara Walter, what's going on?
I didn't know. But I'm also curious in terms of if you could cross over with another series, what series would you like to cross over with?
You mean like mesh?
Rules of engagement with for an episode. Doesn't have to be for life.
Modern
Family. I mean, because you get
I
to
love
work
that
with
show.
Yeah.
I love all the actors on that show. It's just a great show. I would love Rules of Engagement could walk off the sitcom stage into the single camera world and do an episode of Modern Family. That would be fun.
And so the other couple is getting a baby girl, and you guys are going to be uncle and auntie, so to speak. Any advice for your fictional TV child?
I'm a fictional TV kid.
Yeah.
My aunt.
Yes.
My would be my
Nephew?
No.
would be my niece.
But not even. Cause
Yeah,
you're
but
not-
kind
all
of.
right, got it.
Right.
Yes.
Kind of. Well, I've had experience with that, you know. I have 2 kids myself. My sister has 2 kids, you know. So I spoil them. Give them lots of sugar. And I see how my sister wants their kids to be raised, and I sort of go against that. So I'll do everything that she doesn't like, you know. I'll give them the bad shit stuff. I will, you know, sort of just to piss her off.
So the fun uncle.
The fun uncle. You gotta be.
That's good.
Yeah.
But you're not that way towards your kids.
No. I'm pretty
And
liberal.
that's how it is, right?
That's right.
Yeah. I would say just, stay out of craft services. Don't cry too much so we have long hours. Luckily, I think it comes at the end, so.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm actually talking to the actor, the baby
the
actor.
baby actor who's like 6 months old.
You're probably going to get
Probably plan to emancipate yourself from your parents at 16.
They're probably going to get triplets, right? Or something like that.
Boy.
Yes.
That would be a good plan.
Yeah. No, not for a working environment.
Okay.
All right, I have one final question for you guys. What message you have for the fans who have been very patient and sort of like with the flexible schedule that the series has had and coming into season 7, what message you have for them?
Thank you for
Sticking around.
and keeping
Actually,
us on.
yeah, it's important. They are the reason we actually continue, and you know, of course, everyone would say that. You know, everyone thanks the fans in athletics and sports and everything else, which is the truth. But in our case, I think it rings true, especially because we've been moved around so much, and we've sort of been given the short end of the stick a bunch of times. Yet through it all, we've maintained an audience, and there's only one way that can happen: is if people stick around, follow us. You know, move to the nights when we move to different nights and different time slots. So for us, especially, you know, the fans have sort of kept us around. for sure.
We had a joke that we were the show that, as much as they wanted to, CBS could not kill.
Yeah, I picture them in their room, in their like meetings in their office with around the table, like, God damn it, we just can't get rid of this goddamn show. Look at the numbers. God,
You guys are like immortal. The show will not die.
it won't die. Yeah, yeah.
Because the
won't
people
die.
who tune in and watch it and seek out and find us,
Yeah.
because Lord knows it's not easy. So
Yeah.